Hello, sir. How are you?
Hi.
Something to drink?
Just tap water, please.
Water? Would you like lemon?
Yes. Hey guys, it's the Medic. Welcome to the channel. Today's video is gonna be somewhat of a somber video. I find it really hard to smile. All right. So we lost the viewer. This is the comment from below. Rest in peace, Mr. Ing. All right, so we're here today at the Big Sur Oyster Bar, and we're gonna just have a little something to eat. Okay. It's expensive, guys. Well, this is an oyster bar. Let me see if I can get some oysters or something. Alright guys, I have decided. I'm gonna get the half dozen of the Louisiana Gold Seal Oyster for $18 and the seafood Diavolo, $42. And that should be good. All right, guys, give that a try. First time here at the Big Sur. I've been to South Point many years, guys, many years. I usually go to the Coronado or the buffet, the Coronado or the buffet, you know, save some money. You know, but yeah, never thought about coming here. Big Sur. I wonder if it's meant to be S-I-R, the way you say it. Big Sur, like, you know, like you're being friendly to someone. Hey, Big Sur, how you doing? Or I'm gonna have to Google it because I'm not sure. Big Sur Oyster Bar. Yes, yes. So, over here, it comes with a piece of free bread. And it's warm. Got some butter. Let's give this a try. I'm buttering bread, guys. Just give me a moment. The butter was a little cold. All right, here we go. Free bread. It is a very nice piece of bread. Like a 9. Hi. No questions. I've decided. May I have half dozen of your Louisiana Gold Seal Oyster and one of your seafood Diavolo?
Diavolo?
Diavolo.
Very good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Terrific.
Anything else for you?
That's it.
Will do, sir.
Thank you. Terrific, guys. The Volo. That makes more sense. I was saying the Volo Lolo. Yeah, okay. All right. So, now, death. It comes to us all. And as a medic, I have seen more than my fair share of it. I'm telling you guys, people are dying in my hands left and right. Now, I know that sounds really bad because you're like, what kind of medic are you? You know, people dying. Look, I mean, like, it happens, right? I remember this one time, right? I was transporting this lady to a hospital and she was perfectly fine, right? It was a pre-arranged transport that the lady wanted to go to the hospital in Harlem or something like that. And then, you know, everything was very nice. And on the ambulance, I was talking with her. She was telling me how she was a teacher and she retired and all that kind of stuff, how many children she had. And her son was with me in the back of the bus. In New York City, we call it the bus, right? And then, so, I mean, like, you know, and then she held my hand. I was happy to hold her hand as we talked and everything. And then as soon as we got through the emergency room doors, because that's where we go through, she coded, right? My partner's like, tell the nurse. I said, tell the nurse what? I was like, oh my God, you know? Then, of course, we wheeled her in to the emergency department, into the room where they do the resuscitation. Nurses came, crash cart came, doctor came, people doing CPR, ventilation, you know, or pushing all the ALS medications and everything. And then the doctor, right, said, why didn't you, you know, do a note? Do a note is like sending the hospital a notification that I'm coming in with a cardiac arrest patient. And I said, listen, she coded just right after we came through the door. Doctor was like looking at me and my partner with evil eyes because it's like, you know, he thinks I'm just trying to cover my butt by not, you know, for excuse not to give a note. Now, you don't ever have to give a note, you know, but it'll be better if you do. That way they'll be ready when you come in with the cardiac arrest patient or high-level trauma or anything of a big emergency. You call it in ahead of time and let them know. Right? And then I said, look, this just happened as I walked in the door. The doctor gave me and my partner such the dirtiest look in the world. So dirty, guys. And then the son, like, said to the doctor, and he said, it's true. I was there with them, you know, and the doctor's eyes went like, whoo, you know. He said, we were having a good conversation all the way here. And then the doctor's like, he didn't even say sorry. The doctor was just like, all right, we'll continue on with what we were doing. I don't know, man. I guess too many people in EMS, you know, like scumbags who lie and stuff like that. You know, I don't do that. You know, I say it like it is. Just like on my, you know, all my life, I just say it like it is. You know, even in all my videos, I say it like it is. Because I just don't do things any other way. So yeah, death comes to us all. Got to enjoy life while we can. Be good to one another. You know, do what is right, and then enjoy ourselves. You know. So yeah, today I'm going to enjoy the oysters and this, however we pronounce that thing, in honor of Mr. Ng. That's how I pronounce it, NG. You know, if it's pronounced differently, different areas of China, that sort of stuff. You know, like some people pronounce it Wu, W-U, because the NG is written in Chinese as the number 5 with something on the side of it. So it's called like xin sang. And then in the Mandarin, they call it Wu, like 1, 2, 3, 4, Wu. So it's Mr. Wu, you know, whatever the case may be. All right, coming soon, oysters and whatever you pronounce. All right, so while we're still waiting for the food, I'll tell you a different story. I don't know if I ever told this one before. I have a lot of stories, so I may recycle them from time to time. I'll tell you about the time my father died. All right? So, my father, he died, you know. I mean, like, we all die, so, like, I understand that it's the way of the world, you know. It's still sad, I understand. So, my father died, funeral home and everything. And then, so, it became time for me to go back to my father's place, select a wardrobe to bring to the funeral home for him to dress him up in, you know, for the wake and the presentation, that sort of thing. Now, my father, he was from the era where men wore suits and stuff like that, you know, back in like the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s, and you know, all that stuff, right? So I went and I picked out an outfit, you know, got a suit, the shirt, the tie, the belt, the socks, the shoes, voila. I put it all in the bag, brought it over to the funeral home. And then while I was in the funeral home, the guy goes, okay, what did you bring? So I bought this. He looks over there, we got a shirt, the tie, the suit pants, the suit jacket, socks, shoes, belt. And then he looks at me, he says, where's the underwear? And I looked at the guy, I'm like, what do you mean, where's the underwear? He goes, you didn't bring the underwear. I was like, I don't understand. Why do we need underwear? It's like, you know, is it just, no one's gonna see the underwear. He says, no, you have to bring the underwear. I was like, why do you gotta bring the underwear? You know? And then I was like, crap, right? I'm like, the thing's the next day, right? I don't have time to go back to get an underwear. And then I have to go to college. I think I was going to college at the time. I'm gonna be late for class. I'm standing there like perplexed. So what am I gonna do, right? In my mind, I'm thinking I'll just go to the bathroom of the funeral home, take off my underwear, and voila, there's an underwear, right? So that's going through my mind. I'm thinking like, oh, what should I do, right? Right? And then now, one thing I don't like is funeral homes. I feel that they prey, P-R-E-Y, on the people's sadness and try to upsell their stuff. Oh, if you love your so-and-so that much, you get a gold-colored coffin or some shit like that. You know? That I think they nickel and dime people on their grief. I'm really against it and all that stuff. So then, you know, that's always in the back of my mind. You know, I hate being scammed. I really hate it, right? So the guy says, all right, you know what? I'll supply the underwear. And I got defensive, you know, because I think he's trying to scam me with this underwear nonsense. So I said, well, how much are you going to charge for the underwear? He says, no, I'm not going to charge you for the underwear. I'm like, you're not going to charge for the underwear? I said, all right, then thank you, sir. I'm really suspicious, you know, I'm just like, thank you, sir. He goes, all right. So I went to school. Come the day of the funeral wake, whatever it's called, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, did they put the underwear? Right? Because he said he'll do it, and it was for free. You know, I'm standing there, and then so I walked over to the guy and the assistant. I said, hi, yes, remember our conversation? Did you remember to put the underwear? And they're like, oh yeah, we put the underwear, right? I'm like, all right. And I sat back down. I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know, maybe they didn't put the underwear, and they said they did, just to scam me, you know? So, I walked up to my father's casket, and then I'm just standing there, looking at my dear old dad, and I'm thinking, is there an underwear? So, I'm thinking, you know, if I am going to check, and it'll be very easy to check, you know, I just kind of like, you know, unzip a little, undo a little, and see if the underwear is there, you know, like it wouldn't take much, you know, to check. So I'm standing there over my father thinking like, all right, now is the time to check. Because if I don't check, then, you know, in the future, I won't have another opportunity, right? I mean, like the opportunity would be that I have to dig up the whole thing and, you know, make a whole big commotion out of it, right? So if I'm gonna check, this is the time to check. So I was sitting there thinking like, what should I, oh, hi. Oh, thank you very much, thank you. All right, guys, 6 oysters. Let's take a closer look. All right, it's looking very fancy, guys. It comes with a lemon with this cloth on it. Amazing. It looks like the sun going by in the sky. I got a little bit of this green stuff here, horseradish, cocktail sauce. All right, I'm gonna load it up and we'll give it a try, guys. Here we go. I'm really a big fan of raw oysters, especially if it's really good, right? Gotta smell nice and neutral. Okay, it's a little bit of a briny smell, but I'm sure it's perfectly fresh. All right, let's give it a try. Here we go. Lemon juice. The lemon juice will get rid of the briny smell. All right, I'm gonna load it up. Yes, sir. Yes, Big Sur. Now I'm gonna put horseradish. There we go. Yummy, yummy. Cocktail sauce. Looking pretty good, guys. All right. Oyster. It's a little stuck. Here we go. Nice briny oyster flavor. My God, look at that scream. What's going on, guys? All right, nice briny oyster. A little bit too briny. I think it might be the species. Wow, that horseradish, guys. Whoa, whoa. Wow. Woo. All right. I don't know why this one's a little slimy. You see this? It's a little. I think I'll skip that one. That's freaking me out a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, because I don't know for sure. I've read that if food is slimy, it means there's a buildup of bacteria or something. So I'm gonna skip that one, just in case. If you know, put it in the comments below. All right. This one's also got the goo on the bottom. Should I eat the slimy one, guys? Put it in the comments below. All right, I'll eat the slimy ones. Gotta save money. I'm gonna risk my life for the channel. Maybe extra lemon juice would do something to help me out over here. Here we go. Ooh, slimy, guys. Oh, why is it like that? It's scaring me. All right. If there are no more videos after this.
Everything okay, sir?
Ah, sure, thanks. The waiter is like, everything okay? So I say, yeah, I hope. So if there's no more videos coming after this, you know what? You know, put an end to Danny the Medic. Cheers. Tastes okay. Oh, guys. Well, YOLO. Probably perfectly fine. All right, 6 oysters complete. Because the oysters I eat are comes like not in this type of container, you know. So maybe it's been slimy all these years, and I just never knew. You know, it comes on a bed of ice, so like ice will soak it in, it'll drip down or something like that. I have no idea. But this is like a oyster bar. So hey, yes, thank you very much. Okay. So yeah. All right. Moving on. Coming up, seafood. The avolo, I think. More bread. So while we're waiting for that, I'll tell you something different. Right, on the ambulance, we went over to a job, right? And inside the apartment was, that's not for me? Oh, thank you.
Here we go, seafood diavolo, okay?
Oh, thank you. It's looking pretty good, guys. Let's take a closer look. Now, the seafood, however you pronounce it. I'll start with the noodles. All right, thank you. You know, this is kind of like pasta. All right, I'll tell you the truth. For me, when I have pasta, I like it meat flavored. This is a seafood flavored pasta, so it's a little different. I'll give this like a 6.5 for the sauce and the pasta. Like the pasta is all mixed in with the sauce and everything. Yeah, now, I will reiterate, right? 5 is perfectly okay, right? Safe to eat. And then everything above that is subjective, right? How I personally like my food, right? Other people would give this a 9, they'll give this an 8. It's all subjective, right? Below a 5 would be if something is wrong, right? Like technically wrong. Things that are spoiled, things that are overcooked when it shouldn't be, undercooked when it shouldn't be, etc., etc. You know, so flavoring and spices is on a subjective scale. So like 6.5. There's nothing wrong with it. Just that I would prefer a beef flavor to my pasta if I'm going to have pasta with red sauce. All right, now I'll give this here lobster tail a try. And it's really hot, guys. Woo! That's a hot lobster tail. I must use knife and fork. It is really strange. This lobster tail looks twisted. It's like a spiral, like the inside of a snail. I eat snails, guys, so it kind of looks like that. Take a look. Crazy, huh? Who would have known? There we go. Lobster. Deep flavor of tomato sauce. It is a good quality lobster. I can taste it. It's not like the dried out frozen stuff. that I get elsewhere. It tastes like a real good lobster tail, right? But now comes the subjective thing here. All right, so as I was saying, subjective, right? I like my lobster not with tomato sauce. I would prefer it with drawn butter and some salt, maybe even garlic, or maybe Cantonese style, like all with the scallion and, you know, or maybe black bean, chopped pork, delicious. So this is not my usual flavor, which is why 6.5, right? Nothing wrong with it. It's all subjective. All right, but I'm still gonna eat it because it's lobster and it costs money. Here we go, I'm gonna finish this sucker up. Okay, so this also has some other types of seafood in it. We got some scallop. Look at this. Fresh scallop, very good quality. But man, it's the sauce. This is not my usual sauce. I would like my scallop with like butter and garlic and all that stuff. All right, scallops. $6.5. And finally, we got shrimp. Let's try the shrimp. All right, so the shrimp is kind of okay with this type of sauce, and it's a good quality shrimp. Give the shrimp an 8, guys. 8 for the shrimp. Yeah, it goes well. All right, so that's it from the Big Sur Oyster Bar here at the South Point. Oh, by the way, the oysters were tasty. 8.5 for the oysters. All right, thank you for watching. New Vegas video every Friday. Rest in peace, Johnny. Oh, by the way, I did not check the underwear.